Welcome to the Pathways to Wholeness podcast. I'm Michael Warmoth, and I thank you for joining us for this next episode of meditative teaching. Okay, let's just settle in, relax, maybe take a few breaths, and just listen to the music before the teaching starts. Let us begin the process of returning to the present, returning to the presence of that within us which is pure, which is absolute, which is the fundamental truth of ourselves. Let us let go of the ideas we were holding about ourselves, that there is something wrong with us, or that we are incapable of becoming present, or that there is too much difficulty in it. We can recognize that those are the statements of the ego, and the ego is not the truth. The truth is actually plain and simple. There is only one consciousness, one mind, one power. It is the source of everything. And we are not in any way separate or excluded from being consciously aware of that truth. We are pure spirit. We are light. We are love. But it is likely that when you hear these words, the ego reacts. We don't have to take that as a sign that there is something wrong. It is not unexpected that we struggle to accept our purity. But that doesn't mean it isn't real. It just means we still believe what the ego tells us. We are still activating the ego out of fear. That is not a sin. It's not wrong. It's not bad. It's just what is in this moment. It doesn't matter what happens in our mind, what our mind is telling us, what thoughts are going through our mind. Our purity remains absolute. And if that is not what we know about ourselves in this moment, let us simply acknowledge there is that within us which fears letting go, which fears knowing the truth of ourselves. Why would we fear knowing the truth of ourselves? Because we were given the idea that there is something wrong or bad about us through circumstances and situations and cultural conditioning. We have come to believe that there is some fundamental problem with us. But we have also, in some way, heard and accepted the truth that that can't be real, even though it may be the idea that fills our mind so much of the time. Something else in us has come to realize that that can't be true, which is why we come to meditation because that within us, which knows the truth, is guiding us. And so our process now is to develop the skill becoming available to the truth, becoming present, allowing the presence of that pure spirit within us to be realized in our conscious awareness. When we can acknowledge that that is the truth of us, and that the claims of the ego are simply the fear that was instilled in us so long ago and has no relevance now. We can begin to let ourselves relax and surrender into the moment. Remember that whether we are conscious of it or not, we are always being guided to becoming fully expressed as that pure spirit within us. We are used to thinking of ourselves as somehow not pure, not perfect, not innocent. But that is the truth of us. That is the deepest, innermost truth about us. Can you accept that? Or we must realize that if we hold judgment about ourselves, we are judging the very spirit within us, that infinite, timeless consciousness. We are judging it and pushing it away. We are saying it can't be trusted, it isn't real. And we're clinging to the mind of the ego, the dualistic, dissociated mind, disconnected from reality, to find fault with ourselves is to proclaim that there is no truth. The truth is not real, and that we are on our own, separate from everything else, and that there are no miracles. But the reason we are here is because we know that it's not true. Within us is the knowing truth is reality. So we can forgive ourselves for our judgments and our fear and our holding on and our resistance to letting go. We are exactly where we should be, the only place we could be. And the most important step we can take is that forgiveness of ourselves, which means to accept this moment just as it comes, knowing that there is a perfection to everything, that any idea that there is something wrong is an illusion created by the dualistic, dissociated mind. The ego has no relevance to reality. So let us come to peace with this moment. Let us decide that we are done with judgment, done with finding fault and finding problems, done with the effort of keeping control. The light and the love and the presence of that one consciousness are here within us, around us. It is truly all there is. Let yourself sink into that knowing. Surrender to that truth. There is nothing to do. We can't use effort to get to peace. All we can do is end the effort of our resistance as best we can. Make the decision to be at peace with what is, knowing that no matter what we are experiencing right now, there is a greater truth about us right now. And that the more we will accept that, the more we will know it to be true. It will become our experience. There is a pure light that is the source of our being. It is love. It is beauty. It is harmony. Let it take you over. Let it be your experience. Thank you for listening. If you'd like more information on these meditations and teachings, visit pathwaystosurrender.com. You might be interested in our other podcast, Pathways to Surrender. These are guided meditations designed to support you in letting go of whatever tensions or false ideas you might be holding about how things really are, and reaching a state of peace and surrender. That's Pathways to Surrender. Look for the next episode soon.